Iagon is a DePIN project building on Cardano, focused on decentralized storage and decentralized computing power. It has launched very recently on Cardano and is a project that is probably technologically superior to its competitors. It has some incredibly unique technology and algorithms, and they have actually been patented across different countries. It seems like a project that is very well positioned for this market, for this bull run, and based on previous performance of similar projects, it might actually increase more than 100x in this bull run, which is very significant. In this video, we will explain you more about Iagon and hopefully provide you with a pretty good and useful overview about this project to help you with your research. So probably the first question you have is, why should you care about Iagon? And basically, Iagon, it's a project that has just launched very recently, and the opportunity is now huge, I would say, considering its reduced market cap and considering that is a project that is not aware, that most of the cryptocurrency industry is not yet aware, which is awesome because it means it's an opportunity. You're coming in early. And with this launch, they have shown that they actually can deliver technology, some great tech, and at the same time, they are still in the initial stage of their growth journey, so you actually have a lot of the upside potential yet to come, I would say. In addition, Iagon, it's a project with a lot of competitive advantages, some unique selling points, because they have unique technology, unique algorithms. They have things that have actually been patented and that are secured and cannot be used by competitors, and that sets them apart to competitors in every blockchain, not just in Cardano, and from the rest of the projects developing this kind of technology. So I would say, while early stage projects are very risky, and Iagon is of course risky as well, it does seem to have a lot going on for it, and it does seem to have a huge potential, I would say, a real use case, which is very important, a use case that will likely be a big narrative in the next bull market, a use case that will likely be used by people, and that is better than what traditional finance can actually deliver people, which is very important. So it might be one of the projects you should learn more about, research and dive deeper. But of course, nothing here, it's financial advice. We are just showing you some of the projects we think are interesting for you to research and to decide whatever you want to do. But let's get to what matters and let's dive deeper into Iagon. And as stated in the intro, Iagon is a project building on Cardano, and they are focused on developing decentralized storage and decentralized computing power. And how exactly do they do this? How does this work? You might be wondering. And well, Iagon basically leverages the blockchain to create incentives for users to provide storage space. Okay, so basically anyone can come, provide storage space to the Iagon network, and they're actually rewarded for doing so. While users on the other side, the ones that are acquiring storage space, actually pay for that storage space. And it's a very similar thing to using Google Drive or OneDrive. You just pay for the space with a monthly subscription, and you can put documents there on the drive online for you to access whenever you want it. But it's a bit better because decentralization and this decentralized storage means there is no single point of failure. It means that, if the servers go down in a centralized provider, then you cannot access your files. Your files might be at risk. Here, your files are divided and spread across the network. With Iagon, they have a unique algorithm. They are actually encrypted, so they are super safe. The storage provider can never access your documents. They don't know what's there, which is super safe. And besides being encrypted, they are also sharded, which means they are like divided into small parts, small chunks of the document, encrypted and spread out across different storage providers. And then at the end of the day, whenever you want to access them, their algorithm basically brings everything together and allows you to access your own files. So it's a very interesting technology. And the encryption assures an extra layer of safety, as you're not sure if those centralized providers check your documents or not. But yeah, naturally, storage providers have all the incentives to behave correctly, as whenever they are behaving right and providing these documents whenever you need them and doing everything correctly, they are actually rewarded for their work, which is very nice. They get paid to do this, which is extremely important. And for computing power, it does work very similarly to what we have just explained here, but instead of storage, you are actually providing computing power from your devices to a network to get rewarded. And it can be an entire computer, or it can be just parts of your computer, of your phone, and you can actually get rewarded for that, which is very interesting. While users on the other side can acquire that computing power the same way they acquire the storage space, and they can use it, and there's actually a lot of advantages for them, because not only they can do heavier computations, they don't need to spend a lot of money investing in computers to do so. It actually democratizes the access to computing power to developers and companies at lower costs, but it actually reduces the issues, because there is no central point of attack. The chances of failure are much smaller, and it provides you with a more reliable solution than a traditional computing power providers could ever provide. So that's really a benefit of this kind of technology that Iagon is developing. What is also pretty unique is that if you could smash that like button, it really helps the channel. But now you might be wondering, how was the launch of Iagon? What is important for us to know? And basically, this launch happened on the 25th of December of 2023, and they launched their first product, that was the decentralized storage services. It was a pretty exciting launch, I would say, with a lot of storage space going live. And here you can see a community page with some of the stats related to the current operations of Iagon. And we can see almost and around 2 petabytes of storage made available by storage providers, which is a lot of storage available. Then we have 160 paying users, monthly paying users, and we have storage spread across multiple cities. So certainly a decentralized and secure solution from the get-go. And you can, in case you want to use Iagon, you can come here to their app and check the plans they have. It's very competitive in my opinion. As for example, to get 4 terabytes on Google Drive of storage, you pay around $27 per month. And with Iagon, you can do it for only $10 a month, which is awesome. And of course, it's important to note that to have that kind of plan, you do need to buy some IG tokens. But if you believe in the project, if you believe after this research, after watching this video and doing your own research, that the project is worth it, you can always sell these tokens later, which is very nice. And in my own opinion, I do believe that the price of Iagon might actually increase significantly in the next year, but that is something that I'll explain you why later down in the video. But in case you don't want the IG tokens and you don't want nothing to do with crypto, you still have the other regular options below, and you can use them and just enjoy the extra safety, the extra security of this storage providing method. And you don't need crypto to do that. If by any chance you're interested in wondering how can you provide storage to Iagon, here in the earn part of the Iagon website, you can actually learn more about how it all works and the rewards that you should expect. Just read through this page, you'll know how to calculate your rewards. And if it feels interesting to you, you can start providing storage and making some money with Iagon. They actually have guides to show you how to do it. So, it's pretty straightforward. You do need some technical skills right now, but it's pretty straightforward. You have the step-by-step guide. And if you'd like maybe a tutorial on this topic, then please just drop a comment asking for it. If you don't want it, then just drop a comment about anything, because I'd love to hear from you. But with the decentralized storage launched, now the focus of Iagon will be on developing the technology to provide decentralized computing power to create that network. and provide that service. But in their website they actually have a pretty awesome and detailed roadmap where you can see everything that they've achieved already, but you can see as well everything that is coming, and there is much more coming than just the decentralized computing power. So do check it out. We don't have time right now, but we can make another video if you want. And of course, an analysis to the project is never finished and is never good enough without analyzing the team, especially early stage projects where the team is crucial to the success of the company. And as we can see here, Iagon has a significant team with more than 31 team members full-time, which is awesome, and with 4 PhD experts working on this ambitious project. And Iagon actually has 4 very experienced founders. It's actually pretty impressive, with Navjit, the CEO, with a considerable experience as a founder, as CEO, and as a successful entrepreneur in the medical area, which is a pretty tough area, I would say. And then we have Elad Harrison, that is a PhD as well, a former researcher in industrial engineering and management, and he's the current COO of Iagon, and he has plenty of experience in senior positions in other startups, which is also very useful for this project. Then we have Dr. Claudio Lima, a PhD with a lot of experience, founder of several different companies, and with a lot of experience in senior roles related to AI, related to blockchain, related to the Internet of Things. But I would say it's important to note that it's not clear the role that he's playing at Iagon, but his experience and knowledge, I think would be very interesting for the company, as well as its connections could be a real asset for the company. And then we have here Rohit Gupta as the last founder of this project, and he's an experienced tech developer, an experienced engineer. He has a lot of experience on that role and in senior positions at Amazon and Google. So he's used to that responsibility, which is pretty nice for a company developing such great technology. So I would say overall, Iagon does have a very experienced team of founders with a lot of experience, connections in the startup world, at the senior level, in the tech world, I would say. So the success of this project is probably assured. But one thing that is important to note about this team is that everyone seems to be extremely busy, as every founding member has more than one occupation, and that could actually affect the project and the success on one side. But on the other side, they do seem to be very successful people, so they are probably very used to managing multiple companies and to delegating the work to good people, so that might not affect the project at all, I would say. Considering all the information shared here, you're probably wondering what are the expectations for the price and the appreciation of Iagon. Well, basically, in my opinion, Iagon is extremely well positioned for the next bull run and for a great appreciation, not only because it has launched recently and it has a very small market cap and not much liquidity out there, but because it's also a project that is included in one of the biggest narratives for the next bull market, the DePIN narrative, also known as Decentralized Physical Infrastructure. And if you want to learn more about DePIN and some of the amazing projects that are included in this crypto niche, then you should stick around until the end of this video, because we have a special treat for you. But until then, I think with this strong narrative supporting the growth of Iagon, with the bull market just around the corner, Iagon does present a huge potential for the next year. And in fact, based on the previous performance of Arif, that is a very similar project, and what they've done in the previous bull run, I would say that it's likely that we can see Iagon doing an 168x from its low. And that would mean a price of Iagon of $1.20, which, to be honest with you, it's a very conservative prediction. This is because Iagon has a much smaller market cap and much less liquidity than Arif had before the previous bull run, meaning that the same amount of demand would likely take Iagon to a much significant price tag than the one Arif achieved. However, you should never trust what anyone says to you. You always need to do your own research. That's always what you should do. So besides going to CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap and check out the status about Iagon, the price, the market cap, you should definitely take some time to invest into researching the tokenomics of the project. The tokenomics can be found here, and they are super important, as things like the token distribution and vesting schedules can actually have a huge impact in the price of a project, in its price appreciation. So you do need to take the time to look into that. In this video, we won't have the time to do a deep dive, but if that's something you're interested, just drop me a comment and we can do a deeper dive into tokenomics and maybe into the roadmap of Iagon. That is also pretty interesting and says a lot about the future and what to expect. And if you want to get some more statistical based price predictions for ADA and for other projects building on Cardano that have a huge potential, because it's the first time we have brand new projects on Cardano enjoying a bull market. So you can just check out the video we have here at the top for you. And finally, I would love to know, after watching this video, after doing your own research, what do you think about Iagon? Do you think it has potential, and where do you think it will go? Drop your opinion in the comments. And as previously mentioned, let's come back to DePIN, that might actually be the narrative for the next bull market. And while Iagon is one of the great projects building on Cardano and that belongs to this crypto niche, the truth is it's not the only one. We have some more awesome projects, incredible technology, DePIN technologies building on Cardano that you should know about. And if you want to learn more about them and do some research, then you should definitely check the video we have here for you at the end screen. I think it's a huge opportunity you should not miss, because this is a big narrative for the next bull market. The bull market is just around the corner, and before it comes, you should invest your time right now as much as you can to do your research, to be prepared. So yeah, please do it, do your research, and then you can make your decisions, informed decisions. So I will see you there.